Hello, hello. Okay, so today my voice is not so good, but let's continue still for a couple of minutes with the slides. And today we are moving back to this slide, which I think I touched on it already during the last presentation, but there are a couple of AI slides which I want to bring up. So we had all this DAO work first, which was presented in line with the work of my PhD students who I can spread the good news is now green lights for defending very soon. Yeah. So that was all the DAO work, and now it's of course of interest to see how AI can be brought into this DAO picture in a meaningful way. And what we can immediately see here is that DAO can be used for security purpose, yeah, to harness the AI security and improve the reliability of DAOs, yeah. So there are particularly threats that need to be detected and monitored, yeah. So we need to continuously track DAO operations to identify anomalies and exploits of the governance mechanisms. So an example here could be that we detect unusual voting patterns that could be indicative for civil attack or collusion, yeah, and AI by going through the data logs, yeah, and event logs can see if untypical behavior occurs along those lines. We can also practice predictive analytics for risk management. As I already said, you try to then extrapolate, if you get too much off track from certain patterns of behavior that typically occur on a DAO. So you analyze the historical data to predict potential vulnerabilities in the governance and smart contracts, and then you can forecast member behavior and token flow dynamics to prevent manipulation. Also, fraud prevention in token economics. You can check for, so you can monitor the token transactions to flag suspicious activities. For example, wash trading. So wash trading is a form of price manipulation. In fact, I would say wash trading means that you're buying and selling a token back and forth to simulate some artificial demands that bumps up the price. Yeah. And maybe price manipulation is the more general term because, I mean, while wash trading is more for bumping up the price of say, a token, yeah. Price manipulation can, of course, also be conducted downwards, yeah, so that tokens lose value. And we can also use them to improve governance models. So we can recommend optimized voting protocols for certain scenarios based on the participation and stakeholder behavior, and also suggest then modifications to governance rules for better transactions. Yeah. So here's a little figure summing this up at the bottom right. So we have a layered approach to AI in DAOs. On the one hand side, decision support with AI recommendations, then data monitoring, real-time governance logs, and here this risk analysis, predictive governance. Yeah. So to expand on this, we have key AI techniques that can be applied to DAOs. So yeah, so on the one hand side, we have machine learning, which detects patterns in governance activities and member contributions. So there we train models to predict and prevent security breaches in smart contracts. The other technique is natural language processing that analyzes proposals, discussions, and decisions within DAOs that are expressed in natural language to identify sentiments, maybe detect fraudulent or biased content. Yeah, so there you can already do some upfront screening of the language as such. And then you have reinforcement learning, yeah. So that models economic incentives to align stakeholder behavior with DAO objectives. Can be used for tests and also to refine the tokenomics models in a simulated environment. Yeah. So by reinforcement learning, yeah, I would say this is particularly helpful to support well desired behavior of the stakeholders and to make sure that our objectives are met in a better way. So and then of course, because artificial intelligence is very powerful, yeah, and there are ethical issues related to such a powerful tool. So I would say AI and DAOs, certainly in this combination, are like a hammer or some scissors, yeah. So it's just these are just tools, yeah. And in the end, it depends really on how humans put those tools in place, yeah. How they develop them, how they program them. But if they're programmed and developed and put into place not the right way, then a lot of harm can be done. Or if there's malicious intent behind the use of these powerful techniques, yeah. So yeah, what are not then these ethical issues? On the one hand side, we have transparency and explainability. Yeah. So the AI models used in DAOs, they should of course be transparent, and the decisions should be explainable to the stakeholders. Yeah. So this is important. That the reasoning, the trail of reasoning can be followed, how certain decisions come about when they are produced by AI, and that it's not just a black box. I think we have seen this for those who know a little bit more about this topic when DeepSeek was announced. So, for example, ChatGPT, you just commit the prompts and then you can't trace anything. Yeah, so the entire reasoning process remains hidden in the background. But if you go to DeepSeek, um, you have the trail of reasoning really in front of you. Yeah, and and that of course adds to the transparency and explainability. The next ethical aspect that should be paid attention to when integrating an AI into DAOs is privacy preservation. So sensitive, that means, for example, sensitive member data is anonymized and protected through cryptographic techniques. Yeah. Certainly in Europe, I think GDPR laws should already require that privacy is preserved. Yeah. And then we have the alignment with the DAO principles that should still be kept in place. So AI should be used to ensure decentralization and fairness. This is a particular worry, I would say, because AI is, I mean, while DAO, let's say, while blockchain technology aims to foster decentralization and distribution decentralization, yeah, we know in DAOs this can definitely collapse. Let's say when certain stakeholders have massive amounts of tokens they can stake and overpower, voting procedures that way, um, leading to some sort of undesirable centralization. AI, AI actually is a very strong source of centralization power. So this is then the tricky question, yeah. If we know AI inherently is prone to leading to centralization, how can we then bring AI into the DAO picture so that we still actually do the opposite, that we make sure that the AI is used to keep everything as decentralized as is the objective of a particular DAO, and as fair. Yeah. So this is very important. So algorithmic bias should be avoided. Yeah, and so there's still one slide. Maybe I can still cover this one. Let's see, how many do we have here of this? Okay, so maybe this is then something we cover the next time. Yeah, going further into detail with the integration of AI with DAO ML and DAO mode. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Joel. It's